This is
This is
definitely a
definitely
negative
a
word.
negative word.
A child
A
who is
child who is
spoiled
spoiled
is a child
is a
whose
child
parents
whose
have given
parents
them
have given them
everything that they
everything
want
that they
in life.
want.
So when I
So
was a
when I
child,
was a
I was
child,
not
I was
spoiled.
not
My parents
spoiled.
did
My
not
parents
have
did
a
not
lot of
have a
money.
lot of money.
Even though you
Even though
see
you
that I
see
live
that
on a
I
really
live
big
on a really
property,
big property,
when my
that's my
parents
parents
immigrated from
immigrated
Holland, they
from
did not
Holland. They
have
did
very
not
much
have
money. So
much
I didn't
money.
have
I
a lot
didn't
of
have a lot
toys
of
when I was a
toys
kid.
when I was a kid.
I was not
I was
spoiled.
not spoiled.
A spoiled
A
child
spoiled child
gets every toy they
every
want
toys
from
they
their
want
parents.
from
A
their
spoiled
parents. A
child,
spoiled child.
if they go to
If
the
they go to
grocery
the
store
grocery
with their
store
parents, they
with
get every
their
kind of
parents, they get
food that
every
they
kind
ask
of
for.
food that
Like,
they.
I want that.
I want
want
that.
that.
I want that.
So a spoiled
So a
child
spoiled child
gets everything
everything
that they want.
that they
I
want.
see Lolly Lolly
I
in
see
the chat
Lolly
saying,
in
I
the
was a
chat
real
saying, I
handful.
was a real
Yes, I
handful.
wonder
Yes,
how
I
some
wonder how
of
some
you were
of
as
you were
children,
as
whether
children.
you were a
Whether
real
you
handful
a real
or whether
handful
some
or
of you
whether
were
some of you were
rambunctious as well.
rambunctious.
I hope none of you were
I hope none
spoiled.
of you were spoiled.
Spoiled children,
Spoiled children.
children who get
Children who
everything
gets
that
everything
that they want, sometimes end up being spoiled adults a little bit. They end up being a little bit entitled.
entitled.
So when you
So when
describe
you describe
someone as being
someone as
entitled,
being
you could
entitled,
describe
you can
children
describe children
and teenagers and adults as
and
being
adults
entitled.
to be
It means
entitled.
that they
It
feel
means
like
that they feel
everything
like
should be
everything
given
should
to
be
them.
given to them.
A child
A
who
child who
is
is
spoiled, in my
in my
opinion, a
opinion,
child who
a
gets
child who
everything
gets
they
everything
want
they
when they are a
want
kid,
when they are a kid.
sometimes grows up to be an
grows up to be an
entitled teenager or an
teenager
entitled
or
adult.
entitled adult.
They think that
They think that
everything should just be given to them. They
them.
feel like
They
they're
feel like
entitled to
they're
it.
entitled.
It's kind of a
It's kind of a
strange
strange
personality trait when you are
when you
entitled.
are entitled.
Entitled people tend to be a little bit difficult to be around. It can be frustrating. To it can be frustrating to be around people who are entitled because they sometimes make you feel like you should do things for them. I a long time ago worked with someone who was entitled. It was a strange experience.
This was a strange experience.
Another word for
Another word for
rambunctious
the
is
words
hyper.
hyper.
I think the longer form of the word is hyperactive.
hyperactive.
I think some children are hyperactive. When I was a kid, I just got to check my slides here. I would have been described as hyper as well. When a child is hyper, they have lots of energy. They have trouble sitting in their seat. They're kind of hyper. They talk a lot. They run around a lot. Children who are hyper are certainly like that. Sorry, I just see in the chat, Brent saying, I was every parent's dream as a kid. So I have a slide maybe that describes Brent coming up later. We'll see if this one applies to Brent. Some children are inquisitive. And I know this seems like a really long and big English word, but we do use this word. We will say things like, one of my children is really inquisitive, or my neighbor's kid is really inquisitive, or my nephew or niece is very inquisitive. An inquisitive child is interested in the things around them. So in this picture, you can see an adult playing a guitar, and the child is interested. The child is being inquisitive. They want to know where the sounds come from. Maybe they want to play the strings themselves. My children have always been inquisitive. It's really cool. So when I do things, they like to ask me questions about it. They're not as inquisitive about the flower farm, though. They like computers, but they don't all like flower farms. So hopefully they grow into it. This maybe is going to be the one that describes Brett, because I saw he said that he was his parents' dream child. Maybe Brett was well-behaved. A well-behaved child is a child who doesn't break the rules. A well-behaved child does what their parents tell them to do. A well-behaved child at school listens to the teacher. When the teacher gives instructions, a well-behaved child will say, okay, no problem. So different than a spoiled child or maybe an entitled child. A well-behaved child is just a nice kid. That would probably be how we would describe them as well. Your children are very well behaved. People would sometimes say that. And then I would say, you should see them at home. Sometimes when we were out in public, when our children were younger, they were well behaved. They were always well behaved in public, but not always well behaved at home.
we have
there you
at
go.
home.
Some good
There you go,
information
some good
about
information about the term
well-behaved.
well-behaved.
So the opposite of
The opposite
well-behaved
of
would be
well-behaved is
rebellious.
rebellious.
This word is
This word
often
is
used
often
when
used
talking
when
about
talking about
teenagers.
teenagers.
Some teenagers go through a rebellious stage or a rebellious phase in their life. So sometime around age 14 or 15 until they're about 20 or 21, they rebel. They don't want to listen to people who are in charge of them. They don't want to listen to authority. So rebellious teenagers sometimes don't listen to their parents.
Don't
They
listen to their parents, don't listen to their
Sometimes
teachers,
they get in
sometimes they
trouble
get
with
in
the
trouble
law,
with the law,
and sometimes they engage in behavior that we call self-destruction. Okay? So a rebellious teenager might do things that are self-destructive, like smoking. Sometimes maybe they do drugs, but definitely teenagers who are rebellious do not listen to teachers, do not listen to their parents. Rebellious teachers. That was a little slip there. Yes, teachers are sometimes rebellious, but no, that's not what I meant. Rebellious teenagers just don't listen to people in authority over them. When I use the phrase in authority, that would mean parents or their boss or their teachers, people who are in authority over them.